This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. We're going to be talking about getting cylinders from eBay. Boy, what a deal. And where do you get that? You get that from eBay. You can get it for cheaper than what they're asking. Some great deals to show you tonight from eBay. I picked up two of the nicest cylinders. Hey everybody, this is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. I've got a great deal for you today. Stay till the end to see how I got these cylinders for 17 bucks a piece. So let's look at the cylinder. This is a key knob. It was in perfect condition. It has a lazy tail piece. Beautiful setup. $17. Locksmith bargains. That's what we need. We need to have a break on shipping prices and lock prices and all that kind of stuff. And where do you get that? You get that from eBay. I'm just so blown away by these prices on eBay. Look at these prices, guys. You can't buy this stuff from a wholesaler anywhere for these prices. And the beauty of it all, when you buy this stuff, you can get it for cheaper than what they're asking. I've got some great deals to show you tonight from eBay. I picked up two of the nicest cylinders from eBay from the same selling source. The same guy, he's selling these cylinders, and they are Schlage cylinders. I wrote all over the box so I would get them mixed up with my brand new ones, but you know what? These are brand new Schlage cylinders, S123. So these are high security cylinders, nice packages. They came all boxed just like the guy said they would. Let's get into the show. And I did a little paperwork behind the scenes. Ooh, look at there. I just wanted to see if they really were factory set up. He said they were. And guess how much I paid? I didn't pay $35 or $20. I didn't pay any of that. I paid 17 bucks a cylinder. And they came with two keys. Now I just made a designation of 01 for the first box. And I already thermal printed some numbers for the keys and put a tag on it. They did not come that way, but look at the nice keys. They're brand new. They were already pre-cut. I went through, measured with a gauge and with my veneer calipers to see if these things were really the factory original cut keys, not something this guy did himself. Although if he's got an ITL machine, he could have had S123 and cut them with an ITL machine. I wouldn't really know if he did it. But they are dead on the money, guys. So this key right here, it mics out with your veneer calipers. If you measure from the back of the key to the depth of the key, the first measurement is 245. That's dead on. And it's a number 6 pin. If you have a pinning kit, it really pays to get the depth of like 245 marked on your pinning kit. Let me show you what I mean. Their number 6 is 245. That's the measurement from the bottom of the key to the bottom depth of that number 6 closest to the shoulder. Now let's just see how you can set your pinning kit up. So if it's a number 6 pin, you can go ahead and write 245. That's the depth. In the field, and you're miking stuff, and you want to check the depth of that first cut, you take your handy dandy veneer calipers, turn them on, make sure they're measuring properly, 0, and you measure the very first cut, and it's 245. And that is the factory measurement right there, 245. If you don't have a key gauge, you just have your veneer calipers, which I highly suggest you buy. These are Michitoyo. They are beautiful. I just bought them. They're brand new. They're 6 inches long. They're about $400 because they're carbide tipped. Beautiful setup. $17. When you're sliding keys and nickel keys and all these little parts on the thinner part of the veneer calipers, you want carbide because it won't wear off. Otherwise, you're going to wear it off. You'll be sad because most of the time I'm slipping around trying to get that measurement. Like the end here by the tip, it's a number 3. And the reason I know that is because this measurement, 290, right about there, 290, 291. For some reason, this key and all their keys are about 1/1000th oversize. So their tolerances from Schlage are really not dead on. But I do love this key. Look at this key, guys. This is a nice feeling key. They're heavy. From eBay for $17, and you get factory original cuts. That is really cool. So look at the cylinder. This is a key and knob. It was in perfect condition. It has a lazy tail piece, so you can use this in a deadbolt. So if you're turning the deadbolt, and even if it's an electronic deadbolt, a lot of times the thing has to cycle through itself, and it needs this movement right before it turns the key. That's why they do that. There might be some other reasons. Leave it in the comment section what you guys have found out. But look at how nice that is. You can't beat this. If I was to buy this, this is about $60 from my supplier. I would have to get it 0 bit, or it could come actually, I think Schlage does a number 1 cut on every one. But maybe in these key and knob, they're 0. I know they're full format, IC core. They don't come 0 bit. They come number 1 cut. If I was to order this, it'd be $60. And if I get, let's say, a high security cylinder like this one from Schlage, it comes number 1 cut. Which I don't know why they do that. That gives me hassle. If I got to use this key, right, and I have 0 depths in my master key system, I can't use their key because it's already cut out of 1. So I have to use a fresh blank. So here it is in perfect condition. It didn't even have a mark on the face. I've been playing with it, but it works perfect. I want to pull it apart and look inside, see if the pins are actually factory pins. I think they are. I'm almost certain. Let's see if there's nickel in there. I can't tell. I have to pull the cylinder apart, see if they're nickel bottom pins. Factory originals are nickel. See the nickel bottom pins, the drivers and the master wafers are all just made out of brass, but the bottom pins are all nickel. Isn't that nice? All nickel. If I pull this apart and they're not nickel pins, then I know the guy must have repinned it. That's okay. Just be aware that lab pins are not nickel. Anyway, it could be in the lever handle, or it can be just in a round ball knob, or it could be in a deadbolt. But now this little bad boy is made for panic devices. So if you're buying these, you might not really want a panic device rim cylinder, but for $17 and you want to practice on your lock picking adventure, this is the way to fly. If you went to a locksmith and you said, hey, I want to buy a cylinder off of you, he would never sell you a cylinder for that price. He just wouldn't, unless he's trying to get out of business and he just, I don't know, wants to get rid of it. I was playing around with this and I over tightened this tailpiece, this back of this cylinder, playing around with one of these Schlage brand nut removers. And this is for the old style. And boy, you got to get right on. There we go. All right. Now let's feel it. Oh yeah, that's much better. And you want it loose, you just go 2 clicks is what you do. And then you won't get your key stuck in there. It just comes right out. 2 clicks. So you don't want it too tight. We've got a rim cylinder. It's already keyed up from eBay. There's the 2 keys. They look brand new to me. They're S123s. See the designation S123? It's right there. Right by the shoulder. Nice stuff. It's factory original. All the depth cuts are correct. Wonderful veneer calipers by Michitoyo. I put them to the test on this key, and that first cut, and they don't match each other. These are not cut identical. Even though they're from the same guy, they're not keyed alike, they're keyed different, which is fine with me because I have the pinning kit to be able to do the job. I put all this marks on there with a magic marker just so I wouldn't get mixed up, but they came brand new in the box. Really nice cylinder. It's not the color I would use. I don't really know where I'd use gold on a rim cylinder, but you know that's okay. Let's go ahead and measure this. 247 thousandths. It's supposed to be 245. Let's just check it one more time. Yeah, it's running big. These calipers don't lie. Nope, there it is, 247. I just have to get it in there properly. Actually, 2 thousandths big. But does that matter? Not really, not with this Schlage stuff. Number 6 matches Schlage's key gauge. It's right on. I like this gauge. It's stepped. Has graduation points to it. Really nice. So number 6. That's the 6 pin. Number 6, closest to the shoulder. If I look at the 6 pin, that's what it looks like. Now notice it's in nickel. And if I go up here on the lid, 6 is 245. That's the depth of the key cut to the outside of the bottom of the key. And then the pin size is 255. To make one of these pins, number 6, tip to the back of the pin, it would be 255. All nickel. I want to open up that thing too and find out if it's factory. I can't be sure. If I were you, don't bother buying from your supplier if all you're doing is picking locks and you don't really care if they're alike and you want to save some money. What's that company again? Buy them from eBay. Buy them from eBay. They were originally $27 a piece for my cylinder. No shipping. Please subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, and I'll have more door and lock tips like this from eBay coming your way in the future. Thanks, guys.